beautiful day today. A little bit windy in some areas, so high fire danger. But right now, temperatures are pretty nice. We are well above average. 74 in Denver and Greeley, close to 80 in Burlington. We're in the 80s in southeastern Colorado. 54 right now in Frisco, 64 in Avon, 65 in Craig, and 67 in Montrose and Rifle. 58 from our weather watcher Bob in Estes Park for us, and 72 outside the CBS 4 studios right now. A little dry out there, humidity at just 10% earlier today. 75 out at DIA, 74 downtown, so about 10 degrees above our average, and we're looking at temperatures a little cool out there this morning. 39 in Denver out at the airport. It's not awful, puts us pretty close to our average of 37. Now, it has been pretty windy in areas up into Wyoming, down through Moffett County, and then all the way down towards Durango and into the San Luis Valley. We'll find winds anywhere from about 10 to close to 30 miles an hour, and because of that, we do have red flag warnings in place through 7 o'clock tonight. Fire danger is very high with these gusty winds and the really low humidity, so just be extra cautious out there. Our drought levels are starting to creep back in, so even though the winds will get better tomorrow after a cold front passes through, we will still see that high fire danger be elevated even though we don't have the strong winds. Satellite and radar is quiet. It's tough to find even just a few clouds down in Douglas County. Otherwise, it is a very calm day for us. Not so much the case heading into parts of the Gulf. You can see in New Orleans a lot of heavy rain, Louisiana, into parts of Mississippi. It's been a pretty nasty day with all of this rain out there. Flooding is a major concern. But back up into the Pacific Northwest, not a lot of action. We had this cold front work its way through there earlier today. Now we're getting ready to see this move through Colorado. Not quite like the cold front we had last week that brought us the snow and the bitter cold. This one a little bit weaker, and there's no real moisture behind it. So this will move through overnight tonight and through tomorrow. And again, there's some bigger weather heading to the Midwest with that area of low pressure. But for us, we just cool off a little bit tomorrow by about 10 to 15 degrees, and we will see warmer temperatures, though, again, very quickly. Tonight, we have 33 in Denver, 34 in Fort Collins, 30s and some 20s out east. High country 20s to the low 30s, a lot of areas below freezing, and then 20s to the mid-30s on the western slope. And tomorrow, again, slight cool down. It's nothing major for us. We're not heading down into the 20s and 30s like last week, but 61 in Denver, 59 in Greeley, low 60s, upper 50s in the northeastern plains. High country 59 in Frisco, 66 in Aspen and Gunnison, and for Craig, 60 over in Telluride. And the Broncos, of course, are playing again on Thursday. We're on a roll now. Temperatures will be in the 70s for kickoff, and then we'll be in the 50s by the end of the fourth quarter. Should be a great game against the Chiefs. And looking ahead to our 5-day forecast, 78 on Wednesday, so that cool down doesn't last for too long. We are in the 80s if you're heading to the Broncos game, though. Tailgating on Thursday, and then a little bit cooler heading into the later part of the week. On Sunday, maybe a chance for a little bit of rain finally coming back into the forecast.
Hopefully the Broncos with that nice weather can make it 3 in a row.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Lauren.
Speaking of the Broncos,